Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel, to TV Fanatic. So I'm going to be talking about a new Disney Channel show. I don't remember last time I watched a brand new Disney Channel show, like literally as it was airing. I mean, I don't remember last time. I don't like most of the new Disney Channel shows, but this one I'm really into. Episode 9 had just aired a few days ago on Friday, I think. Yeah, so it's called The Villains of Valley View, and I'm really enjoying it. Honestly, it gives me both Wizards of Place and the Thundermans vibe. Thundermans is Nickelodeon, I think, not Disney, but it does give me both vibes. First, I'll tell you what Villains of Valley View is about, and then I'll say why it gives me both vibes from Wizards of Waverly Place and the Thundermans. So, the Villains of Valley View is about this super villain family. A nice twist. And they are forced to leave their supervillain life and live and try to hide out and keep a low profile from people that might want to kill them, other supervillains, because they kind of got on their bad sides, and um, try to keep their family secret. They hide out in this suburban lifestyle, and it's very hard. They constantly want to do bad things, but not too bad to draw attention to themselves, and they all have a different type of power. Um, Honestly, it gives me more of Thundermans vibes than Wizard Place because Thundermans was basically the same story except with superheroes. Um, they all had their own power. I mean, the twins, Phoebe and Max, do have like 3 different powers because your twins are more powerful. Thundermans was the same way. I mean, they weren't forced to go, but they did end up going to try to retire from their superhero life, um, and try to raise the kids in a normal and their kids in a normal family, a normal lifestyle, even though they have these powers and they are not normal. The villains of Valley View, um, and the Thormans have that in common, except for the twist of the villains of Valley View being about a family of villains instead of heroes, and I really like that twist. It's something I haven't really seen. You always see these a show about superheroes, even though you get supervillains. Sometimes these supervillains will even get their own movie, but you don't get an entire show that was only based on the supervillains that didn't start out based off heroes, you know. So I really like this twist. When but Wizard of Place, the reason why it reminds me of that is sibling dynamic. There's 3 siblings. I'm pretty sure Jake is the oldest, and then Amy, and then the youngest is definitely Colby because that's obvious. But it's the same thing in Wizard of Place. Justin, Alex, then Max. Jake is trying to be good. He wants to reform himself and be a good person. He wants to help people now instead of hurt people, even though the other villains are only trying to be good. Well, they're not really trying to be good, but they're trying to lay low and only do minor bad things. But he wants to be full on good. Amy is still the big bad one, the one who wants to be bad, the one who wants to do all these bad things. And so she's a lot like Alex, just like Jake's a lot like Justin. They even have the same initials. But the twist is, because this is a family of superheroes, they pride on Amy being bad, and Jake's kind of the disappointment for trying to be good. Unlike Was It Place, where Alex was the disappointment for behaving the way she did, and Justin being the good one for being the good one. It's not the same thing here. And then I feel like in Wizard of Place, Alex and Justin always have, like, their storylines almost always coincide with each other, and then especially at the beginning, and then a lot of Max's storylines had to do with his parents at the beginning. Like, most of his scenes had to do with his parents, and I feel like with here it's the same thing. Jake and Amy's getting their storylines are all the time always so mixed together, and then Colby's storylines always seem to have something to do with his parents. Um, and Jake and Amy, despite the fact that they're villains, they're actually really close. There is this thing that I really love. So the reason why Jake decided to be a hero is because a hero actually saved him. And the hero that saved him is Amy's arch enemy, the person she hates most. Jake ended up seeing her, she found out who he was, and he ended up saving her life by accident. And, well, I don't know if she would have actually died, but she definitely would have gotten seriously injured. But yeah, So, and the two of them, like, they share this look, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get together. They're gonna do this forbidden romance, and I was so shipping it. And I turned out I was right, because a couple episodes later, it revealed that they've been talking to each other a lot, which was the last episode that just aired. And the only person that knows is Amy's best friend, Hardly. That's her name. I almost forgot her name. And she's nothing like Amy. Just like Harper's nothing like Alex. And she's also starts with H just like Harper. Jeez. This is not that original, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it. It's just, and I love Harley and Amy's friendship, but and then in the last episode there was this whole thing. So I forgot to tell you what everyone's superpower is. So the mom's superpower is electricity, just like the mom on the Sediments. Then the dad, I don't think he actually has a superpower. He just builds things. He's good with build electronics, gadgets, whatever. So that's kind of how he provides in the villain world. Then Jake is super strength. Amy is sound waves and stuff like that. Then there's Colby, who's a shapeshifter. Amy found out that Jake was hiding something, so she followed him to find out that he's been hanging out with I can't remember her name, but her arch enemy, and the two of them end up fighting. At first, Amy thought that the superhero was using Jake, and so Amy was trying to protect Jake, and then the two of them were fighting, and then Amy ended up hurting her arch enemy, and when she tried to get another blast at her, Jake grabbed something and blocked it, and it bounced off and hit Amy. And then now Amy's all upset and won't talk to either Jake nor Harley, because Harley knew. I was really sad. And then her arch enemy said that she doesn't do anything about breaking up families, even if there are super villains, so she can't see Jake anymore because she doesn't want to be the reason why he isn't bad with his family, even though she isn't the reason. The reason is because he wants to be good. That's why he has issues with his family. But the fact that he's seen her is why he has issues with Amy. That was all heartbreaking, because my only issue is that I wish that they would have waited for that to happen until the season finale, and then have like Jake and the girl, I can't remember her name, be together for like the rest of the season, the rest of the first season, and you get to see their chemistry and see their relationship grow and build and see how much they actually care about each other, because that would have been so much better, because then we would have had more of a connection with them and be more sad about everything that's going on. I mean, this is only episode 9. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it, and I really like what's going on so far. So I'm very excited for the next episode, which should be airing on Friday. And what's going to happen, considering Amy's not talking to Jake or Harley because she's heartbroken, and what Jake's gonna do and what Harley's gonna do, and what's gonna happen when Jake's parents find out that he was kind of seeing a superhero for a little bit there. But I do hope they work things out, because I did kind of like Jake with that superhero, and then obviously I like Jake and Amy's friend relationship, because it kind of reminds me of Justin and Alex's relationship, and I love their relationship. So yeah, so that's all. There's only 9 episodes, so there's not much I can talk about yet, but I am really enjoying what I've seen so far.
Who's ready for family movie night?
This is what ordinary families do.
Ugh, ordinary? How do we do ordinary? We're a family of supervillains.
Amy, what the?
What?
Let's try this again. We're the Maddens, a normal family that just moved into the neighborhood. Amy, stop it.
Remind me where you're from again.
Toronto.
Normal? Yeah, no. Jake has super strength.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Our mom controls electricity.
Our dad's a mad scientist.
And our little brother Colby is a towel. No, wait, a dog. No, wait, a sweater.
Yeah, we have some super secrets.
Like we're hiding out from supers.
And supervillains.
Yeah, I made them really mad.
And normies, too.
And our neighbor Hartley. We think she might know what's going on.
How are my favorite supervillains?
Yeah, I totally know what's going on. I mean, they have a secret lair in my grandma's basement.
Well, that's a red flag.
The Villains of Valley View.
Please like and subscribe and comment if you've seen the show yet, if you want to, if what are your opinions on it, and I will talk to you guys later.